During the War of 1812, Francis Scott Key, an American being held aboard a British ship during the Battle of Fort McHenry, watched helplessly from the water as cannons destroyed the fort. After hours of uncertainty, the sight of the US flag still waving at dawn was his only signal that they hadn't been defeated. That sight became inspiration for a powerful poem about a triumphant America. And that poem became the Star Spangled Banner. And that's just part of the history. What you probably didn't know is that there's another version of the song, a Spanish version. It's called El Pendón Estrellado. To tell that story, we have to fast forward about 130 years, to when the country was in the midst of another crisis. By the 1930s, the United States was in a Great Depression, and Europe was falling into the dangerous wave of fascism that led to World War II. Democracy was dying. The US was afraid that those same ideas could spread to our neighbors in Latin America during such a chaotic time. The threat of fascism was enough of a motivator for the US to seek better relations with Central and South America. The new approach to the region was dubbed the Good Neighbor Policy. Its goal, to emphasize cooperation and trade rather than military force to maintain stability in the hemisphere. And one of the ways to do this was by commissioning a version of the Star Spangled Banner in Spanish. So in 1945, FDR made an open call of sorts, and many composers and artists submitted their Spanish interpretations of the iconic song. The winning lyrics were authored by Clotilde Arias, a Peruvian immigrant. Clotilde and her version of the anthem were definitely an extension of US diplomacy. The State Department used her version, which is the only official translation of the national anthem allowed to be sung, by the way. But despite playing such an important role in US foreign policy with Latin America, El Pendón Estrellado has been swept under the rug of forgotten American history. That is, until Claudia Romo Edelman helped breathe new life into the anthem.
It was so powerful. Every one of us started crying, Hispanics and non-Hispanics. It was so moving. Everybody felt like, this is going to be historic.
Hispanic Stars.
We wouldn't even know about this version of the anthem if it weren't for Claudia's organization, the We Are All Human Foundation, and their campaign, Hispanic Stars.
The national anthem was used in 1912 by the Smithsonian Museum. They sang it in a chorus, in a small choir there at the museum, but we wanted to bring it main stage.
And I imagine picking someone special to perform a rendition to fill that main stage must have been tough.
Mirad, podéis ver al sutil clarear.
Ever since I was little, my dream was always to sing the anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Cuando el sol se ocultaba.
JD Mara is perfect. She won La Voz, the voice. So we needed a voice. So that by itself was perfect. Secondly, she's Afro-Latina. She represents a lot of the diversity of the Latino community, the Hispanic community. And I think that it is very important for all of us to recognize that. And then with that voice of the angels, God, I mean, like, she's just incredible. So she was our first and most important choice.
Su rojiza explosión en la noche dio a ver que allí estaba el pendón.
It's the first time that it's being actually sang, and in such a beautiful way. I feel so proud to be like, hey, we're the first people to do it. And even the people that are not singing it, they still know, like, I have them. I'm doing this because of them, because of the whole community. And this is opening doors for other Latinos.
El pendón estrellado tremola feliz.
You know, I hope they blast this anthem everywhere, because we want to be seen, we want to be known.
En la tierra del valor, en